right, y'all. I am looking at a half empty glass of, well, I just got started, so it's not quite empty yet. So should be an adventure. But this is another episode of Sports Talk with a Queer Twist. And of course, I am your truth fairy, Kenny Ray. I'm here with my lovely local lesbian lover, Afton. How you doing, sis?
I'm good. Can't complain. Listen,
Good,
it's
good,
already
good.
it's already December. What happened?
Let me tell you, like it's one of those things about getting old where it's like you blink and the year's almost over and you think to yourself, man, my birthday coming up again. And my birthday not till next August. Well, hell, your
Right.
birthday is that. I don't think we shared that with the audience. If y'all didn't know,
Oh no, we
me and
didn't.
Afton share the same birthday. Um,
Yes.
and that's actually how we ended up meeting, which is it was very random and interesting.
It was during
Um,
Christmas actually. It was like during
it
Christmas
was during
time.
Christmas. It was during Christmas, right?
Yeah.
That is correct because I was in Orlando with my crazy ass ex still, and I was happy as hell to get away from him. So I was ready to go to the bar and drink.
It worked out. Worked out
And
though.
it worked out. It worked out. Mm.
That doesn't look like wine. What is that?
But I got like let me hydrate a little bit too. Like
Okay.
it's been a
Okay.
long day. You judging me?
I'm not. I was just double checking what I saw. That's all.
I understand. I understand. How was your weekend?
It was good actually. Went to a couple drag events that were out and about, so met some cool people and stuff
Did
like
you go
that.
to
Yeah.
the at City Winery? The Mariah
Yes, the
versus
Mariah
what's her
Whitney.
name?
Yes,
Okay, how was
yes.
that?
It was a blast. People were showing out. I know them queens was backstage fighting over which song they was gonna sing.
I would pay to watch that fight.
Yes. But yeah,
Like,
no, they
what's his
good.
face? Jake Paul or the one that just fought Mike Tyson. What's his
Oh yeah,
name?
yeah, yeah. Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul. Yeah,
Yeah.
like fuck
Mhm.
that. Like let's put some drag queens in there. Like,
Yeah. Especially over Mariah Whitney.
hey, I just want to see like
Listen.
rhinestones and hair and glitter and just go at it.
But
One
the thing
drag
is,
leave. What? Two drags enter, one drag leaves. Like,
yes. But here's the kicker though. Like it was supposed to be like Christmassy, but
uh-huh.
they threw back, old school Whitney and Mariah, but they had on
Yeah.
Christmas outfits. So I guess that was I was like, these bitches right here, man.
I mean, they can. They can only do too much. I think they still probably have jobs too, but
Well, yeah,
that
no.
is funny to me.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if people would be too interested in all Christmas music because I mean, the obvious like Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas," but then like all of Whitney Houston's Christmas music is very gospely and traditional. Right?
Yes, very much so. Like, oh, Holy
You hear
Night. I'm
what
like,
I hear.
like we get it, girl. We
uh,
get
right,
it.
right. That's more for your mama now. So.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
no, that was fun. How was your weekend?
it was nice. Uh, I can't really say I did. I went to that sorry ass fucking Falcons game,
Eee.
which we will talk about.
I was about to say, I know it's coming.
Yeah, we will get into that. But yes, yeah, I did go to the Falcons game. What did I do on Saturday? Child, see, that's the alcohol and age because I don't even remember.
Did you go watch a game? Did you go watch college football somewhere?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I went to an Alabama bar here in Midtown. It's called Smith's Old Bar.
Okay.
Not getting paid for that plug, but whatever. But no, it's fun. The Atlanta area alumni association does it, and they always have a good time. It's always a fun crowd. So yeah, that was a good time. And yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Good, good. All right. So anywho, we're gonna get into this because I got shit to say.
Let's get it going.
Oh, so yeah, so we'll go through baby daddies of the week. The truth fairy will speak. Hopefully we may or may not have some listener questions, but we do have Afton to ask,
Yes.
and we'll see what you're looking forward to this weekend. So what you got for me for baby daddies this week?
Okay, so the theme this week is trade queens from Drag Race.
Ooh.
Now
Ooh,
and
this is a good one. You can't see
now
my feet, but I'm like,
yeah. Well, here's the thing. I tried to pull from drag races I think I know you watch or you know who the
I've seen
queens
them all.
are. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I've seen the international ones as long as they speak English. So I watch Canada, I watch UK.
Okay.
I'm a Australia. I'm a bit of a yeah. I'm a super fan. I can admit
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's the first one, and I mean, of course I'm gonna use her drag name, right?
Okay.
Naisha Lopez from
Yeah.
season 8.
I already knew. I already knew she was gonna be one. I already knew. I already knew that she was gonna be one of them. Like, yeah. She's very handsome at a drag.
Hmm.
And she's also a former Miss Continental, if you know what that is.
I do not.
That is. I can't speak because I'm not that familiar with the pageant world, but I know that that is one of the more coveted ones, if not the most coveted one.
Okay.
Because I hear that touted quite often. So, but yeah, I know she's a former Continental. But what's interesting, what I found interesting about Nation, I don't know what his boy name is, but
Hmm.
he clearly like got some work done, like he got pumped, like and so when he's out of drag, like it's this handsome guy from the waist up, then the
Hmm.
waist down, all woman.
Like, where these hips come from? Come
Right, he
on.
got hips and clutch and all that, and it is so funny. It's quite hilarious, but it's
Okay.
good work. He looks good, so
Yeah.
yeah, no, I approve.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So Naisha's one. We're gonna jump to season 10 of
okay.
American Drag Race. Cameron Michaels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Cameron Michaels, yeah. I think she calls herself like Muscle Barbie or something like that, or
What?
something. I've heard her say something like that. But yeah, like if you watch season 10, did you watch
Hmm.
it?
I have, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So if you remember, like in the first episode, after they meet each other for the first time, and then always have that big reveal where they get out of drag for the first time.
Everybody's like,
And of,
"Ooh, what is
and of course,
that?"
right, and of course, like Cameron Michaels just drop trowel. He's just walking around these little skimpy like underwear, maybe a jockstrap if I recall correctly. And everybody was like,
They're like, "Hold up, wait a
yeah,
minute."
yeah, yeah. Um,
Okay.
I
So
did
Cameron,
watch. I did watch. I did see him for a bit on. If you ever watched the Drag Race Live reality show they did, the first one.
no, I didn't know. Is it on Wow? I
Yeah,
probably gotta have
I
found
think
it.
it's on Wow. I think it
Okay.
may be on Wow. But he was on there, and he seems like a very sweet person, but definitely hopeless romantic.
Mm.
Um, bit of a head case. I hope this don't get out. Like, y'all
Hey.
don't be coming for me on my social media. But anywho, yeah, I
Okay.
dig it. Hmm.
All right, we're gonna go to
Tattoos are
UK.
sexy.
Okay. Drag Race UK season 2.
Hmm.
Ahura. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Ahura.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's
I
A.
remember. I remember Ahura, but I forget what she looked like at a drag.
Yeah, I think if you type it, it'll show up.
It'll come up, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because I remember Ahura because she had a thing going on with another one of the people on her season, Tates. Oh,
Ooh. Ah.
okay. I forgot
Listen,
about this.
I've been doing my research. I'll be coming with the baby daddies.
He got his nose done now. Many
uh,
times, like
oh,
since we've been on the season, that's for sure.
I was about to say, since we've been on this call, yes, bitch.
That's possible too. That is possible too. I just, I like call me a purist or whatnot, and it's not a judgment thing. I just don't like when they
Hmm.
start fucking with their face.
I understand. I understand.
Like, yeah, I kind of feel like the whole point is like the makeup and the contouring,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's just my personal thing. It's not like a
Okay.
judgment or whatever.
No, I get it. I definitely get it. And then here's the bonus one, just because you just said you sometimes watch Down Under. But do you
Mhm.
know Queen Kong?
Queen Kong, yeah, that's a big bitch. That's a man, baby.
They probably would like 6'4" plus. They
Yeah,
big.
that's a
Yeah.
big bitch, big bitch. Oof. But she could perform. Like
Yes.
she could perform down, but that's a big bitch. Like yeah, she. I think they're in a season a season of Drag Race Australia right now actually, and
Okay.
she was a guest judge. And somehow, I guess they got on the panel, they got in discussion about shoe size. I think he was like, yeah, try size 14 wide. And I'm like, oof.
Wait for the shoe. That's
Yeah,
the shoe size.
yeah.
Well, listen, they
So
find them
needless to
somewhere.
say, she's aptly named, picked her drag name.
It fits perfectly.
Yes, but if the shoe fits or doesn't fit, I should say, you know.
Literally, literally. But yeah, those are just some a few that came off the top of my head that I was looking.
No,
So
that was good. That was cute. Yeah,
yes.
very good choices. I'm still going through a horrors. I'm trying to see. I'm
Uh
looking at you go down further enough. You start to you see like okay, so this is when you had your nose done. This is when you
oh.
did the cheeks.
Yes.
Uh,
You see everything purchased separately and
yeah,
healed.
yeah. You start to put it. It's like okay, all right. So this is before this. Okay, this is when you got the butt pump. hmm
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, but no, yeah, like I said, no, again, no judgment.
At
She's
all. At
beautiful.
all. We love the queens for sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, that was cute. That was cute. Yeah, you came through with it once again. Like, I really, that's actually become like one of my favorite segments. So,
That's
it's
awesome.
fun. It's fun. You know, keeps it
Yes.
queer, keeps it weird, all that
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Yep. And you
Ugh.
get to spit your opinion out because I know what's coming up next.
I'm not going to start where you think I'm going to start because I
Okay.
don't think that's the most interesting thing right now. Because I want to talk about weird.
Okay.
And what's weird is college football right
Hmm.
now. I should say chaos.
Oh.
And people are freaking the fuck out. And they need to calm the hell down. And I think I have some thoughts on it that, you know, if I must say so myself, I think are somewhat uh, uh, unique because I haven't heard anybody talk about this yet.
Hmm.
Um, so I want to give my thoughts first on what I see, the direction I see college football going, what I'm observing, and the fact that people are just having a really hard time just accepting the changes and what they, or I should say, accepting what the changes that are already here mean for the sport. And I think that's because all the changes that are happening are um, sequelae. They're just like they're accidental. Like they're not intended. They
Right.
like for example, name image and likeness was something that was thrust upon them. It's not a decision they decided to make. And so now they're just learning. We're all learning together what that means and the effect it's having on the sport. And people are having a really hard time wrapping their head around that, and they're still treating it like it's the same thing, or at least putting it in the same perspective as before NIL and the transfer portal existed. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say NIL?
Well, when you said in likeness, so like where they can make money in college.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So they can make money off their name, image, and
Mm-hmm.
likeness now.
Yeah.
And so basically, what college football recruiting has turned into is where's the money? Like
Yeah.
where they cash at, where
Right.
they cash. That's pretty much it.
It's
That's
like
what
who's
it
going
boils
who's
down
going
to.
who's going to like me the most and where can I get paid? What's up? Yeah.
And if I don't like it here, if you're not going to play me, they have a transfer portal now, so you would just leave. And so you see players now. It's like, oh, he played for Oregon State, and then he played for Houston, and then he played for Ohio State. So, like, you know, that's pretty common now,
Mm-hmm.
extremely common. Um,
Wow. So they can be
so
like somewhere junior year, somewhere else senior year, and then get
they could be
drafted.
somewhere half a freshman year, and
And they
like,
get,
who you talking to? I'm
oh,
mad. You ain't play
oh,
me. Fuck you, and go to another school.
oh, wow. That's crazy. Well,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
listen.
yeah.
They run them into the ground. Might as well get your money and move. I
You
feel
know,
it.
okay. I'm glad you mentioned sidebar on
Okay, what's up?
that. At some point, there's going to have to be some guardrails or governance put up on this because while I do believe that the players should get paid, or at the very least should be able to make money off their name, image, and likeness, I think that's completely fair.
Yeah.
Um, I don't like the idea of a team being able to a college being able to buy a team, and I don't like the idea of an industry that is being that is. I mean, frankly, it's here. There's a whole industry of people trafficking in high school boys. That feels gross.
It does. It does. It kind of does. You're right.
It feels gross. Like
Yeah.
it feels really really gross. And but it's a thing now because with the 7-on-7 tournaments that they're doing in high school, with they're able, with the endorsements and blah blah blah, and they have these academies that exist just for
To
football teams.
prepare them, yeah. Just
Yeah,
to, yeah.
like it's
Hmm.
just so they'll create a school for those of us that are just listening on the audio media. I did the bunny ears quotation marks. Yeah, they'll create like a school, but it's just for a football team, and
Hmm.
it's just to attract football players and give them a place to train and blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. Um, and yeah, it's just this ecosystem, this economy, I should say, around harvesting. um,
The
I
word you
said it.
used.
I said it. I said it. I sure did. I said it.
Okay.
Harvesting, these young boys, these the high schoolers. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what can be done. I do think similar to how the NFL is, if there's some kind of way that they can enforce some kind of cap on what they can spend, what the university can spend,
Right.
just to try to keep things level. Because if they were bitching about how there is no parity before all of this, wait till you see what happens when, for example, Texas, they can print money with
Yeah.
their alumni base and the oil money that flows from that school.
Oh my
Like,
God, that's actually my question for this week. So I'm gonna save my question, but
okay,
it's
okay,
about
all right, well,
Texas. But yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, or or Ohio State, or Penn State's probably another school with a lot of money. Yeah, so I don't like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Um, but that we'll see how they get there. I don't know the vehicle to get there. I just know that at some point they'll wise up and figure out that something needs to be done about that. But back to what I was saying, if I can remember.
You were talking about how the league is everybody's concerned about football right now or college football right now.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. So what this has created? Okay. Um, the blue chip, big brand programs like the Alabamas, like Texas, like the USC, like Ohio State, um, Clemson. These programs that we're used to seeing be perennial contenders, powerhouses, whatever the case may be. There's been a bit of an evening of the playing field, and it's not because teams particularly are getting. Um, I get the best way to explain it is that the fact that um, the players can transfer out so easily, they're
Hmm.
losing depth. So Alabama, for example, used to be renowned for this. Okay, one five-star player gets injured, there's another right behind him to step up and take his place. Now, if
Not the
I'm a
case.
five-star athlete and I'm not starting, I'm just going to go and transfer to Auburn. Or I'm just going to go transfer to Miami or go wherever. Who would like,
Oh my gosh.
or like, and so that's what happens. And so this hidden talent on other people's teams are just getting plucked. Um, well, and so the talent is more spread out,
Hmm.
and it's kind of even the playing field a little bit. Now, what I'm observing, especially now with the fact that we have these, you know, three super conferences for the most part, and with this phenomenon of you know this lessening of the depth of talent at the big team. The games are starting to look a lot more. I mean, the games are starting not to look like, but the season is starting to resemble more what we come to expect from the NFL.
Hmm.
And what I mean by that is even the bad teams, and there's some bad ones because there's a lot of dreck in the NFL this year. Um, but we all accept and understand the fact that any given week, any NFL team can beat any NFL team. That was not always the case with a college football.
Mm-hmm.
There are times in college football where, you know, especially like some of the great Alabama teams or LSU or whatnot, where it's like you knew when they pulled up that there is no way they were going to lose that game because they had so much overwhelming talent.
Yep.
Um, Now that is not the case. Your first string may be like that, but there's nobody behind them,
Right.
and and that matters. So so now when people I listened all day to people arguing a lot.
Like commentary, like.
Yeah, you know, just like his other podcasts like
Oh,
we do
okay.
here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Get Up and on ESPN and whatnot. I mean, arguing about, well, yeah, Alabama lost to Oklahoma, who lost to this person. Miami lost to Syracuse, but Syracuse could barely beat UConn, and they lost to X, Y, and Z, and da 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 da. Da. And I'm like, y'all,
Cut the shit.
calm the fuck down. Like the days of expecting teams to go undefeated are probably going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not how it works anymore. There's been one team in recorded history of the NFL that went undefeated. It was the 70 something Miami Dolphins, or it could have been
Okay.
80 something. I don't know. Old.
Oh.
Old.
Mm.
Like pre Dan Marino old. Yeah. um, so we just need to wrap our mind around the fact. So the reason why that's relevant is that as people are freaking out about the college football playoff rankings and what the college community did, there seems to be this a lot of attention. People say, "Oh, well, they lost to this person and they lost to that person." And, da, 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 da. And I'm like, "Yeah, but there's a reason why." And I am not sticking up for the committee. Let me put this on the record to make
Okay.
sure that nobody made mistakes. Me, I'm not sticking up for them because I still think they're silly and they're not serious people. But I do say this: I can see that they see I can see that they understand this fact. Yes, what they're looking for is they're trying to decipher the team's ceilings. They're not so concerned about the team's floor. Does that
Right.
make sense to you?
It does.
And so, therefore, your quality wins obviously are going to carry more weight than your losses because
Mm-hmm.
everybody's going to lose now. And so, to come full circle, people are losing their shit because Alabama is ranked at a point where they might get in, and Miami is not, and
Yeah.
people are mad.
Well, I
And
mean, what about the Georgia fans? Like, did you see? Was the game that was like 8 overtimes or something like that with Georgia Tech?
oh yeah, when they almost lost to Georgia Tech, yeah. Oh God. Oh,
Yeah.
but that's a good example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a very good example of what I'm talking about. Like that almost happened.
Mm-hmm.
That was unfathomable a couple of years ago. Like,
Yeah.
but this is where we are now, and I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, you know, they pulled it out. But yeah,
Right.
that's a very good point. Um, but so Georgia didn't do what Miami did. And if you recall, I said this 2 episodes in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Miami was going to lose that game to Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the record.
You
I
called
needed
it.
some. I need. I should. I was thinking to myself this weekend. I said I should have bet that game. I should have bet that game. I'm not even a gambler, but I knew I was like they're gonna go in there. They're about to lose that game. And that's sure enough what they did. They gave away an 18-point lead, I believe, to lose that game.
Yeah.
And and so I'm gonna go off on a small tangent about Miami
Yeah.
real quick
Okay.
because there is a podcast called the Dan Lebertard Show, and they're a sports slash comedy. They're silly, but I enjoy it. I've been listening to them for years. But they're from Miami, and so
Oh.
they're very proudly Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and so they cape for Miami. Um, and they specifically one of their members, Mike. Um, I don't know his last name. I think Ryan, but he it's like he was just going in about why Miami is the best offense in college football this year and one of the best college offenses to ever play and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, whoa 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 whoa
Call me horses.
whoa. Kill them bitches. You, sir, are part of the problem. You are the problem because if you have been watching this entire season, which I know you have been because you're a fan,
Right.
um, Miami played with their food all year. They played down to their talent, down to the talent of their opponents all year. They most games were down early and had to rely on Cam Ward, their quarterback, to bring them back to win the game. They had more comeback wins this year. It was ridiculous. And everybody kept saying, "This is not going to last." Oops. Okay, we might edit this part out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody kept saying this is not going to last,
Mm-hmm.
and you keep playing with fire, and you're going to get burnt, and that's what happened 2 weeks in a row, starting with Georgia Tech, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I expected. Um, Anybody watching them, like, please tell me that you're not going to try to argue that they would have fared better in the SEC. So I think that if people just stop and just look at it from this perspective, two perspectives, I should say.
Okay.
One, they're looking at, my opinion is, they're looking at a team's ceiling, not their floor.
Mm-hmm.
Who has the higher ceiling? Not so much concerned about the floor, unless your floor gets so low that it just makes it so you're like completely disqualified. If a pool's to have the whole foundation, then okay, got
Yeah. Yeah.
it. But I think any reasonably objective college football fan, and I know that is asking for a lot.
Few far and in between, you know.
You far and in between. Okay.
Like you don't even go here. Hey, what is happening?
Oh gosh. Oh Lord. The sidebar
Mm-hmm.
on that. I remember one time when this is eons ago when I was on campus at Alabama, and I went to a football game. I don't know who they were playing, but I do remember there was this man. Well, there's two of them. They look like they they look like the type of person. Sorry, but it's Ethel, my new dog. They look like
Aw.
the type of person that if you pulled up to like a 1950s gas station, this would be the person that walked out like chewing tobacco with a pack of cigarettes in his front pocket and
Oh
a,
my
like
god.
with an open like shirt and a dirty ass like white beater t-shirt under and like like with coal smeared face and dirty fingernails and reeks of cigarette smoke. Like this is what these two men look like, and I'm like, you did not go here.
Go ahead on with your bag of boiled peanuts.
Like, listen, I don't know what you mortgage,
Oh
which
my
one of your
gosh.
kids which one of your kids you didn't feed,
Oh my
whatever you paid to get up in this stadium. But I'm looking at them like,
god. Like, is this happening right now? But
mm-hmm,
no, no. I mean, we witnessed that. Just even like in the HBCU world, like
uh-huh. Oh,
you see people at the tailgate or at the game, be like, you didn't even go here, bro. Like, what
yeah.
what's going on?
They don't go in the game though.
Yeah,
They'll be out there in the tailgate.
right.
Like,
Which is that's
yeah,
a party. I get
yeah.
it.
No,
Yeah.
somebody's uncle, and you know which uncle I'm talking about. Them uncles, somebody's uncle's gonna be out there at that tailgate. Ain't got no business being around there, making the young girls feel uncomfortable. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm not gonna stand by name, but I know which one I'm talking about. I know my
um,
uncles I'm talking about. They're the ones trying to fight over dominoes and spades when you're trying to have crab boil. No,
yes.
I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry for any white people listening right now. That was a black ass moment for you.
Yeah.
You can ask a black friend for reference. But yeah,
Yes,
I
yes.
know exactly what you're talking about. Reefs of Hennessy.
I cannot. I cannot. But yeah, no. I feel like college football fans are not as diehard as NFL. Just from the outside looking in. So when
No, girl.
they come at like commentary and stuff like that, you're saying no, I'm wrong or no?
Oh, you are very wrong.
Okay, all
So,
right.
oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah. Okay, so it is my mission. I cannot
Okay,
do it this weekend, unfortunately. Oh, when I got to get you out to a college football tailgate before I
okay.
make it up to Atlanta. This weekend would be perfect. I just cannot make it this weekend.
I understand. I understand. We'll make it
But
happen.
yeah, but the SEC championship, if you just get out and you just could happen to just venture into that area, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Yes, because Georgia and Texas are coming to town for the
Okay.
SEC championship this Saturday in Atlanta,
Oh.
and
Okay.
it's about to be raucous. Yeah, yeah. So no, you. Let me tell you, yeah.
Well, I might just frequent that bar that you was just. I might just pop in the bar and just see.
Oh, you have a really good time. No,
Okay.
yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. All
It's
right.
a lot of now. I don't know that there will be. I don't know that there would be. Honestly, you know what? Would be a good place to go. The Republic, because that's a Georgia bar.
Oh. Okay.
Republic,
Yeah.
yeah, I would go
I
there.
haven't gone on a college day though, so
Yeah,
yeah, check it out.
yeah, go to Republic. That actually be, but that probably like really fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anywho,
But,
um, yeah, no, college football fans definitely more. Yes, yeah, like I'm
mm-hmm.
talking about. I went out in my criminal law class at Alabama. I remember we were reading. It was some statistic, but it was like statistically apparent that domestic violence, like rates and
Mm-hmm.
incidences, went
Or-
up every time Alabama lost. In the
That's
state,
what I was
in the
not.
state, in
I
the
was.
state.
I was
I am dead ass. I am dead ass. My professor was an old school judge, an old school Alabama judge, and he brought that study out, and I was like, I know you fucking lying, but yeah,
Oh my god!
they
Most of
could
the
track
arraignments
it.
on a
They could
Monday were probably like a domestic violence from the game.
they could track it. They were like Alabama lost so and so. Look at the numbers.
Could be affecting families. All right, all right,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. It's a different level of thing. It really is. Oh, child. Anywho,
Yeah, we went off on a bunch of tangents tonight.
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's why it's queer because it's weird.
Yes.
Um, anywho, long story short, um, the big controversy is the committee putting Alabama in over Miami, and Alabama had to run the SEC like schedule. They beat Georgia convincingly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I understand that horrible loss against Oklahoma, and I get it. And to be honest with you, had they chosen had they chose not to put Alabama in, I wouldn't be upset. I would understand because like that was a very horrible loss.
Yeah.
And what I do know is as high as Alabama's ceiling is, the one thing about it is unlike a lot of the teams that are in the playoff, um, their floor is really low,
Mm-hmm.
like really low, and it
Right.
all hinges on Jalen Milroe, and you know how I feel about him. I don't trust him. I don't
Oh,
trust
yeah.
him. I don't trust
Mm-hmm.
him. So to be honest with you, I really, really am like, cool, put them in. They're not a championship team this year. All that being said, all that time I spent talking
Mm-hmm.
about college, all that, the controversy and everything, whatever the case may be, this is the reason why I find college football hilarious and fandom hilarious or whatnot. None of that shit matters because neither one of them will be in if Clemson wins this weekend against Southern Methodist University.
And it's like I just wasted all my breath just to
all, all the breath, all the
say.
shit I've had to listen to all day today on every network, on every podcast. None of it matters if Clemson beats Southern Methodist University in the ACC championship this Saturday,
Wow, that's crazy.
which I expect them to do.
Oh, so you're like what, like 80% sure that's gonna happen,
I'm
or
not going to go that far because
okay,
SMU has proven to be very good. I just haven't seen them play anybody, so I don't really know what their ceiling is.
okay,
I know that Clemson got the brakes beat off of them by Georgia. But since then they've had some quality wins, but they did just lose to South Carolina. But South Carolina's really hot right now. So I don't know. But Dabo Swinney's proven, obviously, like he's got multiple rings. SMU just kind of waltzed into this is their first year in the ACC and from the American Conference, which it wasn't a Power Five conference.
right.
So one, it's pretty embarrassing for the ACC that this team just bosses in and they're going to the championship, number one. But two, also because they don't have divisions and they haven't really had to play anybody. I think they've got one loss and it was against some BYU, I want to
Uh,
say.
okay,
Um, yeah, but anywho, so I don't know what to make of them. Not
okay,
quite yet. I'll be honest, I haven't watched them play this year because why would I? Southern Methodist University. Like,
right.
you ever heard that school before I told you about it right now?
No, not at all. I was like
Yeah,
SMU. What?
yeah. Okay. Tell me what state it's in. I'll wait.
I don't know. Utah.
Exactly.
Am I right? Where is it?
No, it's in Texas.
Yep. Had no
It's in
fucking
Texas.
clue. It's probably a small town in Texas. It's not
Yeah.
Houston. It's not a big city, is it?
Now that I don't know.
Oh, okay. See.
That I don't know what town it is. I just know
Yeah.
it's in Texas.
Okay.
Actually, I'm curious now.
Oh Lord, watch it be like Amarillo or something. Sorry if people from Amarillo, but watch it be like some
Oh,
small
Child's
town.
worse. It's in Dallas.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Well,
I have no clue, and I've been to Dallas a
me
couple of times.
too. I've never seen no.
I had no clue that it was there. Okay, well, all right. Well, there you go.
Mm, well,
Yeah, I think I proved my point.
yes.
So anyways, so to come full circle.
Hmm.
Hey fans, I love college football too, but y'all calm down. Just calm down. Just look
Hmm.
at it like this. Be honest with yourself. Look at your team. Think about this. What is my team's ceiling? Am I being honest about that? I know that this other team lost that game and that other team lost that game. But what is my ceiling? Do I really need to be involved? Eh, we'll see. Um,
But
anyways,
Kenny, you just gave like the most like calmest get your shit together response to me. I felt like I was listening to a self help tape. I was like, okay, y'all need to get it together.
because all right. So what happened a couple years ago? Is it was Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati, the Bearcats,
Mm,
which I still don't even know what the fuck a Bearcat is, but they had a really great season, and there was just all this talk. This is back when there was a 14 playoff, and all this talk about Cincinnati deserved to be in, and this is Cincinnati. They should get a chance to go, and blah blah blah. And one of our listeners, who bless his heart, was a big Cincinnati fan, and he was writing in, leading up to it, and all this stuff, and blah blah blah. And me and Glenn told him that, you know what? if Cincinnati wins and gets in, we will send you a free T-shirt, and we did. And he sent the picture back to us. It's probably on the Instagram still. And I cannot remember his name off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, I told him, I said, sweetie, you're going to get your ass kicked the first round. I was like, the little Cinderella story is cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. But two things. One, it never works out because it's not an actual Cinderella. It's not a movie. Yes. Two, nobody's watching. That's the thing that's pissing me off that nobody wants to admit. You know, everybody says that bullshit and they're lying through their teeth about, oh, I like to cheer for the underdogs. No, you don't, because I see the ratings. You're not watching it.
Not only that, but the stadiums are probably not even full. Like, you can probably get tickets. Yeah. You can probably get it the same day. Same day ticket.
Like, you're not even watching on TV. Mm-hmm. Like, I know for a fact, like, the biggest rated games this year, of course, like, you know, the Georgia, Texas, you know, like those games, Michigan, Ohio State, even if Michigan's awful, like, people watch. You know what they're not watching? Fucking Cincinnati go get their asses kicked by Alabama. I don't care if it is a playoff game. Like, nobody wants to see it. Yeah. Nobody wants to see fucking Boise State. I said it. I don't want to see stinking Boise State. That god-awful blue field. It's gimmicky. It's weird. No, I don't think that you're going to make some magical run. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's cute. I like the fact that you're invited to the dance. Now that it's a 12-team playoff. Fine. Have your little party, enjoy a little hors d'oeuvre and whatnot, and then see your way out. Because that's what's going to happen.
They're the wallflowers at the back of the dance. You know what I mean?
At the same time, be the loudest ones.
Starting shit in the bathroom. Like, come on now, y'all.
Drink on people on purpose. Trying to talk to your man. Like,
yes. He don't even know you. What?
Just like, excuse me, you saw me come in with him. Yeah, that bitch.
Oh my gosh.
And she's never as cute as you, so it's like.
Oh man, that was funny.
Oh,
good one.
So anywho, that was but you know, college football has been fun. It's been a very fun season, and so I hope all the haters that were like going apoplectic about the 12-team playoff can calm the fuck down.
When is the playoffs though officially? I'm not totally sure.
They will start. If I'm not, this weekend is championship weekend, so all the conference championships will be this weekend. And I have to check because I'm not sure if the playoffs if they give them a week off before they start. Actually, why don't we just look that up? Because
why not? Yeah.
Oh Lord, I pull up ESPN, and the first thing I see is Bill Belichick speaks with UNC about opening. University, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The mighty have fallen, child.
I know this was 2 episodes.
What I was like, about going, send your ass down and retiring.
Yeah, I told you, I didn't think he was still alive. So.
Damn.
But that was my mistake, so I apologize to Bill fans out there.
Okay, so the college football playoff starts on December 20th.
Oh,
but
shit.
the bowl games start immediately on the 14th. Speaking of which, we should go. The
here?
Celebration Bowl.
Yeah, the one that's here.
Will be December 14th. Is this year's going to be South Carolina State, and whoever wins between Jackson State and Southern this weekend.
Ooh, Southern?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be Southern or Jackson State. Either way,
okay. I mean, they got the bumblebees. right?
That's Alabama State. That's Alabama State. They got the honeybees.
Jezebels? Who got the Jezebels?
The J-Sets.
Okay. J-Sets.
Yes.
Okay.
That's Jackson State. Yeah, and the Southern is like the dancing dolls. But
These names, I could not. But yeah,
you really want to laugh? Did I ever tell you what Morris Brown's drill team was called?
No, what is it?
Bubbling Brown Sugar.
Why you gotta be bubbling?
bubbling brown sugar.
I love it. I
I'm
love
dead
it.
ass. And
Oh,
they used to walk around with jackets that just say, they still do. If you come to homecoming, you see it. They still, all the old school, it just says bubbling.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Where's
that's
brown
where,
sugar at?
yeah,
Oh, I
no, they don't say bubbling.
thought. Okay.
They just say bubbling.
Oh god, that's awesome. That's actually really
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know that.
Hmm. Yep. Bubbling brown sugar. Yeah.
But
Um,
yeah,
anywho,
but don't some of the
so
bowl games happen in the new year too?
the big ones, yes.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, like all of the like that's the Celebration Bowl is the big HBCU one, but all of like the other ones, and there's like 50 of them now. And they
mm-hmm.
always have the weirdest names. In fact, that'll be fun for a hot second. Like whatever,
Yeah.
this show's gone off the rails anyway.
It's gone off the rails.
It's gone off the rails anyway, so let's just lean in.
Okay, all right.
Let's see here, because the bowls, like every year they get weirder and weirder. Let's see here, what are the bowls?
I mean, I know the classics like the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl,
Yeah,
like
those, so the bigger ones like that, those would be the ones that are like around New Year's.
right.
It's the early ones when it starts getting
That'd be a hot mess.
the beef O'Brady, like where the hell is it? Not because okay, let me see, like
Let me see if I can
because
find them.
it's because everybody's the college football playoff is so much bigger now. Nobody really like pay attention to bowls anymore.
List the bowl games. Let's see if I can get them.
Okay, here we go. Bowl schedule. Okay.
Okay, got
So,
it.
of course, we got the Celebration Bowl, the Salute to Veterans Bowl, the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Where the fuck is
That is
that?
going to be in Memphis. No,
Oh,
it's in Frisco, Texas. Okay, wherever the hell
okay.
that is. I'm not going. It's on a Tuesday at 9 p.m.
Oh my god.
These people would do anything to be on TV. I'm sorry.
These are being aired like live.
That's the reason why it's on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. Yes.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah. We got the Boca Raton Bowl.
And we know where
Um,
that is. Okay.
yeah. The Art of Sport La Bowl, hosted by Gronk for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, we'll let that. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me tell you what my drunk stupid ass just did. Let me tell you, you're gonna really laugh at this.
What'd you
You're gonna really
say?
laugh at this. Let me tell you what my drunk stupid ass just did. The Art of Sport La Bowl means Art of Sport Los Angeles Bowl.
Oh! I was like, what the fuck is lava? Oh
That was
man! All
not one
right.
of my finer moments.
Yeah. Funny
Oh,
nonetheless.
yes. So let's see. We've got the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl,
Okay.
the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. Okay. The Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
Wait.
Yeah, that's in Tampa.
Okay.
Um,
What in the fuck? Are these sponsors like coming up with these names because they were
yes,
like, we paying for it?
yes.
Oh God. Okay.
There is a Myrtle Beach Bowl,
Not Myrtle Beach.
which is December 23rd. So they got these kids out of but maybe going to the beach depends on it. Maybe going to the beach may be fun. Um, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Okay, we know where that is. All right.
Yeah. The Hawaii Bowl. That's obvious.
Hmm.
Game Above Sports Bowl.
Could even. Yep.
This is a real thing. Rate Bowl.
Like RATE.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I have no context. It's all I know.
Yeah.
It's in Phoenix, Arizona. So there you
Like,
go.
who's on their marketing team? Like, who is approving these to come out and be like, yes, come to our bowl game?
The one that accepts the check and cures the disease.
This is not excitable.
No, it's not. Like, oh, my team is going. This is the next one in Mobile, Alabama. On top of that, oh, I'm
Oh
going to
no.
the '68 Ventures Bowl.
This is crazy.
Oh gosh. Okay, DirecTV Holiday Bowl. That's a new one.
Okay.
The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Like what? Oh, so they're playing a bowl game in Fenway Park, which is a baseball field. If you didn't know, you may have known
Hmm.
that. Wasabi Fenway
Like
Bowl.
wasabi, like
That's
the
what it
condiment,
says.
the condiment.
I don't. I'm
Okay,
assuming there's a company named Wasabi. I'm
all
going to say,
right.
unless somebody just really likes wasabi and was willing to pay for that sponsor, just to rep wasabi. I
Wow.
don't
Hmm.
know. Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl, which will be in Yankee Stadium. Pop Tarts Bowl.
I didn't know they were still a thing. Pop Tart, come on through.
There's a thing, and they got a bowl game now.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
What is
Oh
it?
no, they didn't. Oh, this is new. Oh, prepare yourself for this.
What is it?
Let's book our tickets to go to Tucson, Arizona, for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice and by Dr. Dre and Snoop. That is the full name.
Tucson? Why Tucson?
Tucson, Arizona, the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop. That's the full name.
Wow. You know what? Marijuana must be legal there. That's why they're like, let's do Tucson.
I'm gonna assume because it's close enough to California, but they did
Yeah.
vote for Trump, so I don't know. Um,
That's a new one. But
that's a very
just a random fact, Snoop Dogg had a show where he was like coaching Little League.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that. Yeah, he had that reality show, right? He was coaching his
Hmm.
son.
Yeah.
Didn't his son play for like Vegas, UNLV or something like that, or?
Maybe. I just remember when he was younger, there was a show where he was like coaching. He was like the coach of their team and stuff like
Yeah, no,
that.
I
But
remember. I remember when he
yeah.
did. Yeah, when he did
Yeah.
that. Um, just a just a reading through for see if there's anything else that seems hilariously stupid. I think the Tony Tiger Bowl, but I think they've been doing that for a couple of years now.
I can't even think of any other brands that would be hilarious to like host a bowl. Like that's insanity
Yeah,
to me. But
yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's really gotten out of control.
yeah.
Um, Anywho, all right. Well, we got a little time left, so I'm
Hmm.
just gonna jump to um, two things.
Okay.
One, let's just go ahead and get this out the way. Falcons, you're this you're this close.
You give him
This
too many
close.
chances. You give him too many chances,
I
kitty.
always do. I always
Too
do.
many.
I'm a fool in love. I don't know about you. I'm a fool in love, and this motherfucker had never did me right. Never.
You're like, I'm just giving one more try.
Always get right. Always got me sitting at home in the dark smoking cigarettes, waiting on him to come home, like tweet.
And queuing up Mary J. Blige. You're like, I can't no
Yeah,
more.
right. Just dark sunglasses, scarf around my head, reenacting Angela Bassett from Waiting to Exhale.
Stow the lighter and walk away. Burn it all up. Burn it all
Yeah.
up.
Get your shit. Get out. Like, yeah, every year, every year. Oh gosh. Yeah, Kirk Cousins is washed. Like, I have nothing else to say about it. The next home game I think is against the Giants, I want to say.
Okay.
I've committed to coming with the paper bag to put over my head. I'm just gonna write on it, fire Kirk Cousins or Kirk Cousins sucks. I haven't quite decided yet.
Hmm.
I've noticed if you want to get a good chuckle, go on Kirk Cousins' Instagram and look at his comments.
Oh, people be going. It's Atlanta natives going in on his
Yeah,
comments.
yeah. People are finally catching up with me. Yeah. Oh yeah.
they beehiving his ass.
They be having a bit. And I wish it was the opposite. No, you know what they doing? They barbing his ass.
He was not ready. Oh my gosh, he was not ready. Because where did he come from before coming to the Falcons? Where was it?
Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta,
Who they going to play this
Atlanta,
weekend?
Minnesota.
They going up to Minnesota to play this weekend.
Oh Lord. Well, maybe that's his home element, so maybe we can pull out a win.
Don't even try. He's washed. He can't even make NFL throws. He can't drive the ball. Like something is truly wrong with him.
Yeah.
Like he's making horrible decisions. He's done. He's like, and short of them, I don't know what they could tell me to make me think otherwise because that was by far one of the worst games I've ever watched a quarterback play. And I had to sit through Desmond Ritter last year. Um,
Yeah.
like, I've watched Jameis Winston play games before, and the decision making and just the foolishness was just off the charts. Like it was off. It's the team when the team has more rushing yards, more passing yards, better time of possession. Defense showed up, everything, and you still lose the game. Why? Because Kirk Cousins threw 4 interceptions.
Yep. Well, I'm
You
gonna
know.
tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, Kenny. And I thought about you because Sunday after I went to drag brunch with the Mariah Carey Whitney, I
Mm-hmm.
stopped by the Republic and they had the game playing. And I was like, I bet Kenny's at this game. He's probably losing his shit. I was like, or he's probably left already. I was like,
I
because
was there.
even the Republic turned it off. They were like, fuck this shit, and they turned
Yeah.
it
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 When he threw that last interception, like literally like, everybody, like it was a mass exodus. Like you literally just saw the entire stadium just turn and start walking out.
That's shameful. Oh my god.
Hot mess. Um, just real quick on that point, Raheem
Mhm.
Morris, the clock is ticking on you. I wasn't a big believer in him to begin with because I truly just don't. I believe that I wouldn't hire a defensive minded coach. And they tried to convince me that, oh, he used to coach the wide receivers. Yeah, he's a defensive guy. And he hasn't shown me anything to make me believe. I'm questioning his decision making. I've seen him be way too conservative when he needed
Mm.
to be conservative, when he didn't need to be, when he needed to be aggressive, and I see him be aggressive in awful situations. Whatever is going on with the kicker, Young Ho Koo, like figure something out. They are not going to win the division at least. God damn it! See, I blame that on Kirk Cousins too. Leave that in there. They are not going to win the division like at the way it's looking right now because like Baker Mayfield, who I owe an apology to because I've talked shit about him for years. He's
Hmm.
playing like all-star caliber football right now.
Hmm.
I think that he's got himself in a better situation. He's matured. Like he's he just I think that he's got the right mixture. He's in the right concoction to be
Right.
successful. And Tampa, like I just if I'm looking at it, who should come out of this division is Tampa, not the Falcons. Um, lastly, I did want to talk about this, and I'll do it quickly.
Yeah.
Um, did you see? Did you see if you follow any that Trevor Lawrence is out for the rest of the season?
No, I did not know that.
Trevor Lawrence, last weekend. He was going for a scramble and he slid. And if the quarterback slides, it's them like basically like giving up themselves, and so you're not supposed to hit them or
Right.
whatnot. But he got laid the fuck out in the middle of his slide, like straight on his back, concussion, out. He's done for the rest of the season.
Did they
Um,
have to like take him off the field like in a gurney and stuff like that, like type of
No,
shit?
he didn't. No, he was
Uh,
able to still sit up and then and all that. It wasn't anything that to that extent.
okay.
But he is out for the season.
Mm,
And it was a very violent hit. It looked bad,
mm,
like it looked bad on national TV against Trevor Lawrence, who is there's a lot of expectations for him. He's a big name and whatnot, so the optics are. I've got two things though.
mm-hmm.
Trevor Lawrence needs to learn how to protect himself. He slid too late.
Yeah.
Let this be a lesson to him and other quarterbacks. Like the rules have been bent and changed for you and to protect you over
Mm-hmm.
and over and over again consistently for years now. At some point, it cannot be completely on the defensive players to protect your ass. If you're gonna slide,
Yeah.
get the fuck down.
Yeah. You got to
Like
be mindful. Be
you,
mindful.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
everybody else playing defense and everything. Like you just can't be out here uncovered.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like it's like
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's one of those situations where and the player he got suspended for 3 games. I don't think that was fair.
Oh
I do
wait,
think
the
that he
person
should.
the person that hit him got
Mhm.
suspended.
He got suspended for 3 games. Um,
Wow.
I think if you're following the letter of the rules, it was an illegal hit. He should have been
Hmm.
penalized for it. But this is excessive, and it's excessive for two reasons. One, because it was a big name quarterback. Two, it was on TV for the world to see, and people aren't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that people have to stop and realize, one, at the end of the day, the NFL is a product. It's a TV product. And if you ask yourself, what is the biggest threat to the NFL's existence in the future? It is head injuries and CTE,
Mm-hmm.
because more and more parents are not letting their boys play football. You don't have that lifeline continuing to flow into the sport, it could possibly die. And that's the reason why they've legislated a lot of
Yeah.
these violent hits out of the game.
You're right.
And so you got that big penalty because it was for the world to see and it looked bad. Like,
Yeah, and they had
so
to
now,
cover their ass. They had to cover their
yeah,
ass,
yeah, I
really.
mean,
You know
it's
what I
pretty
mean?
much now in the NFL, like if you see a violent hit, there's a good chance it's going to get flagged.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's on a quarterback. But at the end of the day, that's fine. You know, the owners, we obviously live in a capitalist society. I don't make the rules; I just live by them. And you know, so I get that. But on this one, you know, I guess the best way to think is I'm really sick of the bad faith arguments and the bad faith explanations. Just tell us the truth. Listen,
Yeah.
we're trying to make money out here.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bad look. We can't have that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it is what
Yeah.
it is. You
And
know,
there's the
like
repercussions. There's
yeah,
repercussions for it, and we're
yeah,
doing that, and we're letting you know. That's it.
yeah.
I mean,
But also, you know, also next time teams like tell your quarterback if he's declaring himself or like you down, he needs to get the fuck down. Stop trying to squeeze out every inch and take advantage of the rules because they've been slighted your way like over and over again. At some point, you're
yeah.
still playing the game of football. So, you know, Patrick Holmes, I'm looking at you because your day is coming too. Because he does this a lot. He does this a lot. He'll act like
Oh.
he's going out of bounds and get like a
Mm-hmm.
couple more yards and whatnot.
Mm.
Keep it up. I'll
Uh-huh.
take that penalty.
You heard
I
it here
bet you won't do that
first.
shit again. I bet you won't do it again against me. You know, I bet
Love
won't do
it.
it again. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he get his
Yeah.
ass down now.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, there's
Yeah.
got to be some kind of incentive for them to actually, like, you know, like they're not a Bo Jackson cheat code on fucking Tecmo Bowl.
Not Bo
Uh,
Jackson.
yeah, that wasn't a black reference. That was an old
I
person
know. I
reference.
know. I get you.
I just dated myself so bad. As soon as it
You
came out, I was like,
did.
as soon as it came out, I said, "You old motherfucker, you don't sit. Shut up, Grandpa."
Oh my god, Bo Jackson was like that. Like I remember Bo. I mean, I'm not far underneath you, Kenny. You know, I turn 40
Actually,
next year, so
I keep forgetting that you're
yeah.
not that far from me. Okay. Well, we're gonna like I had some to talk about, but we like really got caught up on college football, which is fine. It's kind of the thing right now. So, do we
Yeah.
have any listener questions?
No listener questions or comments, but I do have a question for you. Speaking about the Texas Georgia game, I remember was it back in I think was it September
Mm-hmm.
where Texas went ham and threw all these bottles like on the
Mm-hmm.
field and all this stuff. So an article came out today because they played this past Saturday again, right?
Yeah, Texas A&M. They play
Yeah,
Texas A&M.
yeah. So apparently the SEC is fining them $250,000 and threatened to ban alcohol sales at future games. They threatened, so they have to pay a $250,000 fine, and there's a possibility that they ban alcohol at future games and athletic
Well,
events. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
oh no, no, actually, but you know, the SEC for the longest banned alcohol sales at their games.
really, I didn't know
For the
that.
longest,
Okay,
they only recently started letting alcohol sales at SEC football games. That's a
okay.
recent thing, yeah,
Oh
because they know
shit.
better. They know,
Mhm.
like they know. Now, I mean, I think it's pointless
I was about
because
to say, what's your thought on that? Like legally, and like if it's going to even like impact like the fan base or even like the game in at this point? Because
it's
it's
not going
like,
to impact the fan base. It's not going to impact the game because people are going to do like we did before they started letting, and they just get drunk at the tailgate and sneak alcohol in. Because
yes.
if you ever, that's another thing too. I highly suggest.
What?
This is a little bit more expensive. Go to a college football game, like a SEC football game, like a big college football game, you can go to do it at Georgia Tech. In fact, I'll look at Georgia Tech's schedule next year. We'll do it.
Okay.
Go to the bathrooms at these college football games and just see the empty liquor bottles in there. They sneak so much alcohol in those games. I swear to God. Last year I went to the Iron Bowl, which Alabama played Auburn in Auburn last year. And
Okay.
I walked in that bathroom and it was just like everywhere.
It was like a liquor store.
It was like a liquor store, like airplane bottles, like I'm tripping over them all over the place. Like I swear to God, this is not slanderous. This is just what I saw. Two frat boys in the corner doing blow, hand on hand. Swear to God, saw with my own two eyes, handing each other a pint and doing blow off their hand. I saw it.
Oh my
I saw
God.
it. So just saying.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
So it's
I
not
don't-
gonna affect. Now, will the commissioners allow that shit? Because they probably, I mean, would the stadiums allow that because they probably enjoy the extra revenue? They'll probably put up a big stink. I'm not quite sure if that was a thing if that was just an empty threat to get the school to take it seriously, or if
Right.
it was something that was just going to be imposed on Texas. Not quite sure.
Wow.
But I imagine that they want to be forceful on that because in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot more of an issue with them throwing stuff out the stands than it is, you know.
Yeah. 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 And then in the rest of the article, they were like, they were trying to look for culprits because it was on camera, it was on live TV.
Yeah.
So, and they were like, we couldn't find anybody. And I'm like, that's bullshit.
Okay,
Like,
that sounds like something you had to say.
yeah. This is like, we searched for them, but we couldn't find them. All right.
Yeah, I bet your ass did. Okay.
But yeah, no, that was my question because, like, for me, one of the parts that is fun about attending a game is the drinking aspect and seeing people act the fool and stuff like that, but not to the extent where they're gonna hurt somebody throwing shit.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I mean?
no, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And just real quick on that though, I mean that ain't gonna stop them because, like I said, up until I mean, like because they banned alcohol sales in those stadiums like for a long time. It's kind of a recent thing, and the thing that they used to do was throw batteries.
What?
Yeah, they were throwing batteries.
What in the hell? What does that even mean?
They were
Did this
literally throwing
throw
batteries
it?
at people.
Okay. Oh my god, that sounds crazy. Okay.
It's asinine.
Oh.
It's asinine, but that's what drunk college fans should do. So,
That's crazy. Well, that's all I had, but I do want to always encourage people to send questions and comments and stuff like that. We are looking for them, and I know we posted some funny videos and comments. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know so we can reference them.
yeah,
For
let's do
sure.
it. Let's do it. And so tell everybody what is our email again.
Yes, it's a sports talk with a queer twist at Gmail. You can also follow us on Instagram at sports_talk_queer twist. And then same thing on YouTube. So just leave comments and stuff like that. We check them regularly. So let me know.
All right. Well, yeah, it's, real quick. This weekend, looking forward to Georgia versus Texas. Clemson versus Southern Methodist because, like as I said, Clemson wins and all this shit is new. Not seeing a lot in the NFL that is interesting me, but I will keep an eye on Southern and Jackson State because I want to see who's going to be here the following weekend because we're going to that game.
Okay. Well, nice. Not much here. Just relaxing. I got a busy week before we close out where I work. So just, getting that stuff done. But, if there's games or stuff I could pop up to, I probably will.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Well, that'll wrap it up to another fabulous episode of Sports Talk with a Queer Test, and it's been as fun as usual. Um, this was a lot of fun. We got a little off tangent, but it's cool. But just remember, like I say each and every episode, from the bottom of my heart, sports is for everybody.